Hello, everyone, and welcome to Medford Happenings, a show for and about the city of Medford. I am John Petrella. The purpose of this program is to give Medford citizens facts and information to help you make informed choices. Today, we have not one but two very special guests, Nell, Escobar, Coakley, and Chris Stevens, the founders of Gotta Know Medford, and they will be sharing their thoughts on the results of the recent elections for the Medford City Council, School Committee, and also we'll discuss the revised city charter. So I also want to mention that Wendell Waters was supposed to join us today. We're going to miss her, but she couldn't join us, so unfortunately. She's also with Gotta Know Medford. Okay, we'll start right off. We'll begin by looking at the candidates who won. And, you know, why do you think they were successful? How did they get there? How did they win? What did they do?
I think you can't fault the machine. I mean, our Revolution Medford all of them are our Revolution Medford winners, with the exception of George Scarpelli, which they sort of noted on their website when they said that we won 12 out of 13 seats.
Right.
I can only assume the seat they did not win was George's. But, you know, I mean, I think, like I said, I mean, they're a machine.
Yeah, they were prepared. They knew what they were going to do. They worked as a team, as a block, and they pulled that off.
You know, were you surprised at all by how good some of the candidates finished?
Yeah,
I thought they did extremely well. I thought there was a really good supply of candidates this time around.
Yes.
Right.
There were a lot of really good people. They had really great ideas. They were really well informed. They all worked really hard. They showed up for events. They answered questions. They went out and hit the pavement. So I don't think Medford was at a loss for, any good candidate. And I'm not just talking about the incumbents. I'm talking about
the challengers were great. Yeah,
slate. There were a lot of really good people.
Yeah,
a lot to choose from.
Yeah, that's what I felt. Yeah, and I thought they did well. And I mean, I was surprised by the results. Were you guys?
I don't know. I don't know if I was surprised. I mean, once you get in, you're an incumbent. Sometimes it's they hang on to those seats sometimes.
Difficult.
Yeah, it can sometimes be difficult to bounce them. I mean, from our standpoint, it's always a little disappointing. We want to see new people come in there. We want to see somebody come in and shake things up.
Right.
So we're like, we got, but Liz is in, and that's great. Or Miranda, I don't know. It's pretty close right now.
And historically in Medford, you have people who have been in those seats once. It's hard to shake out an incumbent.
Right.
And usually, when you shake out an incumbent, is when someone leaves, retires, they leave, they go do something else, and that's usually when you've seen those big changes. So, with an empty seat, I thought for sure we would see at least two more new people.
I mean, there were so many.
Yeah.
There were so many people, though.
So many candidates.
It was.
There was 17 to begin with for city council.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, good Lord, as a reporter, that is cover, to write about,
keep track
and to keep track of. And even, and I was like, okay, so they're going to have I know it's not a primary, a preliminary vote. That'll knock it down. Great. Well, it only knocked it down by 3.
Right.
Which is, I get that's their city cap, but still, as from our standpoint, it's like, oh my God, that's 14 candidates
and
to
it's
write
going to
about.
be more in the next election.
Yeah,
because of the charter, we will have 4 more people.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that.
So
that's
that I would think is going to be a free for all.
Yeah.
People coming out to run for that.
Definitely. That's a good point.
And that'll be exciting.
Although it's not going to be, it's going to be even more interesting because you're going to have them in wards. So you're going to have 8 wards and 3 people who are at large.
Right.
So now you're going to have pockets of the city where you're going to have those mini battles. So you can have 3 or 4 people running from the 8th precinct or the 1st precinct. So that's going to be really tricky to see, but it'll be really fun and exciting because we've never done that before.
So here's an off-the-cuff question that I don't know because I'm still familiarizing myself with the city and with the wards and precincts. So of the incumbents now, do they cross over in wards?
That's a good question, John. Do they?
I believe
Some of them do.
at least
So
3 of them.
that'll be
maybe
really
4,
interesting.
Maybe 4 will
And that, I
cross
believe,
over.
Yeah.
So that makes it difficult.
it does.
For the
And I think
incumbents.
that's why the old city councils at some point, that's why they didn't want to switch to charter,
Right.
because they were like, we're in the same ward. We don't want to fight each
Right.
other.
Yeah.
That'll
That
be
makes
really
sense,
interesting.
Because I think a few of them are. So it's going to be interesting.
Well, maybe they'll move. I don't think any of them actually own homes, so they're
Yeah.
not tied down to that space.
Yeah.
They could,
They could.
absolutely.
I think maybe 2 of them do. But anyhow, let's take a look. If you guys can, the support, where their support came from. Did you notice any strong areas of Medford that voted for the independents, we'll call them, or strong areas that went for our revolution?
You've been studying.
No, I do, yeah, but I don't know all the wards and whatnot. It's interesting. I know, like you very kindly printed out a map,
Right.
That it does seem to be like this section with 3-2, wards 3, ward 2. What is down here 4? They seem to have the highest turnout. There seemed to be a lot of
Right.
That
Yeah.
was a very heavy
West
turnout.
Medford?
It seems like the West
Yeah.
Medford Fire Station, they did, our revolution did very well.
There's a lot of younger families
Right.
that moved into that
That
area.
moved
So I
in.
could-
That's
that
a whole
makes-
different neighborhood over
Yeah.
there.
That makes complete sense.
Yeah.
Why they
Where
would-
where the temple is in West Medford, the independents actually did very good.
Really?
Yeah, they did better. Yeah, they did good. They really did.
Well, they were
Wonder why
out there
that is.
too.
Yes, they were out quite a bit. Yeah.
I got to drive around some of the polling locations on Tuesday, and that's what I saw. I saw a lot of people out with signs, and then got yelled at because we took pictures, or I took pictures of the people who were out standing with signs, and they were quote unquote the independent slate. They had a ton
Right.
of people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't see anybody at all at the fire station but there was a line out the door.
Right.
There was a line
fire
out the
station,
door
yeah,
there. It was
yeah.
crazy. And it was, and the polling areas were all busy. I talked to a lot of the wardens, and they were like, it has been like steady all day long.
Right.
Yeah, what was the percentage? I feel like the turnout wasn't.
Oh no, I think the total voters, the total turnout, I have the numbers. 14,175 was your total.
Total vote.
So yeah, total people that voted, not the numbers. So
Yeah.
that was your total number of people. And this always bothers me.
I
It
know.
always will. And I can't forgive people.
I mean, you go, okay, 14,000 is a lot of people, but
It's your civic
size of the
duty to
city.
vote. There's
But that's a lot for
44,000.
Medford.
I know.
I
I
know.
know.
If you look
Yeah.
at Medford's history of voting, this is a lot.
I know it is. But
Yeah.
It's the block. The block came out with
Correct.
at least 7,000 votes for themselves.
Yeah.
And compared to the number of registered voters or people of voting age that live here, it's
Right.
not a lot.
No, it isn't because
Is
you have 44,000 registered voters.
Yeah. And yet 14,000 people came out.
Yeah, so
That's
you
sad.
have
A lot of home owners.
our revolution basically won with 7,000 votes. And
They have a solid block
Yeah,
of people
they
who
do,
will come out.
yeah.
And if people say, "Well, we've never seen that," we have seen that.
Yes, we have,
We've,
yeah.
we've had like Mike McGlynn, who always used to
Right.
pull out at least 5,000 votes for
Right,
himself.
yep.
You've had that in the past. You've had those blocks, and you've had what people would refer to as the machine. And as Chris said, they have a
They
machine.
have a machine,
They
yeah.
have it. They have it down pat, and that's going to be tough. Unless
They're-
one of them leaves.
listen, honestly, they're a national organization.
They are.
And I don't know where the money comes from. But we all got how many mailers from them? I mean,
I
it was
know.
incredible.
Yeah, they spend
we
some
all
money.
know.
And it's not just Medford. I live in
everywhere.
Malden.
Yeah.
Malden's like that now. It's,
Yeah,
it's hard for
Yeah, they're getting a
people
lot
to
of
get
money.
in,
Yeah. It's
you know.
national money. That's what it is.
where's it coming from?
Yeah, I don't
Where
know.
is it coming
that
from?
I don't have
Well,
the
and-
answer.
But
And
we
it's-
will find out.
We will
will
look into
find
that.
out.
I hope so.
What's interesting is, you said once you get in there, it's tough sometimes to get incumbents out. And these guys are all young.
Yes.
So, I mean,
yeah, no, I
unless they
know.
get bored with the gig, they could potentially be in there for a very long
quite a
time.
while,
Yeah.
yeah.
Quite a while.
Yep.
And and some of them might have bigger ambitions. We don't know.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
Mr. Bears, are you running for me?
I'm sure there's going to be more up the road. I really do. All right, so let's move on a little bit here now. So your thoughts, and what I'm looking for here, your
some
thoughts, the results of the city council, moving forward for the city of Medford. Mm-hmm. Let's talk budget, zoning, economic development. I mean, they control the whole council.
Sure.
Where are they going with the zoning, what do you think? What's your opinion?
I'm curious to see where the rezoning is going to go, because the mayor put the kibosh on that when she declined to further fund their consultant. So that sort of put the brakes on this 6-year journey. I would assume that city council and the mayor are going to have to come, to some sort of agreement on this at some point, or either that or it's just going to be dead in the water. I can't imagine it's going to be dead in the water after all these years.
They had an idea that they worked on for 2 years, and they wanted to rezone the entire city at the same time in 2 years, and that's crazy. I mean, there are cities that take forever. They take it one section at a time.
I know.
And I think that's why you saw so many independent candidates, because people were very upset about it. And then it all seemed to sort of trickle to an end, and then the mayor said, we're not doing this, because she was probably getting complaints, and nobody knew what was going on.
Right.
And people weren't getting information. We're not getting information. We've asked millions of questions. We've been turned down. We've asked for sit-downs. We've asked for meetings. We've asked for all kinds of things. And I can just imagine what that's like for the regular citizen who wants to ask a question and doesn't get it answered. So I think personally the mayor was waiting to see where the election went.
Oh, yeah.
What shook out.
Definitely.
But
But it hasn't changed.
No. And I think
Nothing's changed.
they will
Nothing's
come.
changed.
They will come to some sort of agreement. I do think there is enough. And there are enough people that are saying, let's just take this a little bit slower. Let's back the truck up and just take it a little slower.
Even Zach said that. Even
Zach Bears has said that.
Yeah. I now, here's what and this is only my opinion. I think that now that the election's over, I mean, I'm just talking zoning.
Yeah.
The election's over. Before the election, I think they realized that, wow, the pushback they got on the zoning.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think they realized that, the pushback they were getting, so they slowed down the zoning and everything. But now that they're elected and they're back in office,
You think they're
I
amp it back up again?
I hate to see it. I think they're
They
going
got
to go
nothing to
full
s-
But
steam.
she has to give them money.
Yeah.
for her
No, I
consultant.
understand all that. That's what I'm getting at. I mean, this could be, boom, 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 and it's going to happen. Or the mayor may end up, I don't know what the word is, going to battle with them. I don't know.
They have their planning board, right? And that board, by the way, November 18th, right? They're having
the open house.
An open house.
Yeah.
Which, if you're concerned about zoning, my thing is go.
Go.
Go to
That's
that.
right. Yep.
It's from
4 to 7.
4 to 7. Sorry, Chris just told me this today. She made me
good.
say I'm going.
I told her she had to go.
But we're going, right?
Chris is
and we
good.
encourage people to go and to ask those questions and
Right.
to say to the mayor, I want you to take this slow. We've asked that board for a sit down, and we got a lot of nothing, silent. But they're going to have to answer these questions. They're going to have to answer the
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah. And I know you guys get silence. Most of the city gets silence. I have to ask this.
Sure.
Why? What's the problem? Why can't they just
I think they
come out? I mean, either way.
They're not used to having a newspaper, and they're not using to
anymore.
have to answer to anything.
Anybody.
They don't think they have to answer to anybody. But we're here now, and so we didn't come in early enough in this election to probably
Right.
to have any kind of an impact. But the next time that there is an election, we are here, and they might want to take that into account.
It's going to be interesting.
I do
It's gonna
have
be
to
interesting
say-
because we can report on the fact that nobody's getting any
Right.
information
Yeah.
about anything.
They did actually. They were very good about returning candidate questionnaires that we did send out. So we were able
Oh
to
yeah,
put that together.
yeah.
Oh, the candidates,
City council
yeah.
is pretty good about getting
Right.
it back to us.
Yeah, I
Not
think
always
so.
timely, but
Yeah.
they do get back to us. The mayor's office does not really answer much of anything.
They don't like to answer
They like to
questions.
issue press releases, but they don't.
And,
They
you know,
issue a lot of press
They do,
releases.
and I
Yes, they
think
do.
that
Yeah.
the answer going forward for us is on our stories that we'll be saying we reached out to so and so at this office and they did not return calls.
didn't
This is my
return the
favorite thing to
calls.
write.
Yeah. No, I hear you. We asked everybody. As you know, we did a lot of political shows.
You did,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and I'm sort of, we're gonna
Step away from
get
that.
away from
Yeah.
the politics
Take a
now.
break.
I'm looking forward to some of the shows we're going to be doing, believe me. But we invited everybody, and the ones that came on, but same thing. It's like a lot of people just.
We had people that didn't participate in
Yeah.
our profiles, and I
Yeah.
thought, why not? It doesn't
Yeah,
take that
it
much
doesn't-
time.
yeah.
It's free publicity.
Right.
Why not?
It's not like we asked really hard questions.
No, I know.
No, I know.
Yeah, we're
I
not,
saw.
and
I
we're
read.
not out to get you. We're giving you the chance to have your say.
Exactly.
And since we're not in print, we're not even limiting it.
Right,
You can say, well,
yeah.
you can go on as long as you want.
And Chris always asks that fun question, like, what book is on your
I do.
nightstand?
I usually ask that to the school
She does.
committee. I don't know
She
why,
does.
but yeah.
And it's fun.
I like
and
to
You
ask
can make
them.
that up.
The
Do-
same
don't
with
be
us.
questioned.
We weren't trying to trick anyone.
No.
We weren't
No,
trying
make
to ask
something
tough
up.
questions.
Yeah.
I mean, if you watch the shows we did, they all got pretty similar questions.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was anything.
I actually like the candidates' nights this year. I know some people didn't, but I love the way
were
they did
nice.
it. Where they pulled them out of the fishbowl,
Yeah.
and everybody got a different question,
Right.
and you didn't have to listen to 14 people give the very same
Right,
answer.
yeah.
I thought it was great.
It gets difficult. For
And they
15
had people, and they had
Yeah.
regular citizens send them questions.
yeah, that was nice too.
Yeah,
So that was,
good.
usually you have a moderator, like
Yeah.
somebody who asks all the questions,
Yeah.
and nobody wants that.
Yep. Okay. Well, I think we covered that pretty much.
Yeah, we did.
I
we
think
did.
so. Yeah, we did a good job with that. So we're going to be moving on to the school committee, but before we do, let's talk about the city council candidates, and we have to, who did not get in. And you basically answered this already, Chris. Maybe you'll answer it the same way again. Why didn't they get in? Why?
I don't know, except that they were not a part of the machine. I mean, it was very clear. Everybody but George was our revolution. So I don't know if that was some. And like you said, I think the majority of the voters came out because our revolution brought them out. They just didn't have the pull that the others did because they were really good candidates. And there were some candidates that I was surprised that didn't do as well as I thought that they would. Not that I will have to say I am the worst at calling an election, so
But
Right.
the numbers,
don't
if you-
follow anything I
If you
ever
look at
say,
the
but
numbers, they're close.
the
They're
numbers
close.
are all pretty
They're
close.
all very close.
They all did
Yes,
well.
I thought they all did
Yeah.
well, right. And I'm going to tell you, it's not just the thing was, it's not just the city council, it's the school committee.
It's the
too.
school committee too,
It's
absolutely.
100%.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I mean, you look at the difference between George and George Scarpelli and Liz Mullane. I mean, 87 votes. I
Right,
mean, he beat
yeah.
her. I'm sorry, they're only 14 votes.
Yeah.
And there's only 87 between Liz and Miranda, I think. It's crazy.
yeah.
It's a change, right? It's a change. And go back with me, okay? About 20 years, okay?
I'd love to go back to
Okay. And so Medford at one point was, let's call it old Medford, okay? So you had a city council that had been there forever. Old names, old families, okay, just really old. And people would say, we need new voices. We need younger voices. We need people who
Right.
with different viewpoints who haven't been in Medford all their lives in 100 years worth of families and relatives. And now you have that.
And you have that, with the exception of
So you
George.
voted the
yeah.
same way, right? So
Right.
now we're all the way to the other side.
Yeah.
Now people are like, we need old Medford. We
Right.
need older voices.
Yeah.
So you didn't get it this time. But you saw a lot of people come out and say, I live here and I want my voice because I'm not happy with what's
Yeah.
happening.
Right.
So not only do you have like more people running, but you had a lot more voices. So you had like the average citizen up in arms about this is not happening in my neighborhood. And you saw those people show up at meetings about zoning or whatever they
Oh,
were
yeah.
concerned about.
Yep.
They came out.
Right.
They had come out to vote. That would have probably
Yes.
been better.
Next
too,
time,
Right.
come
but
out to vote.
Next time, come out to vote. Because then you can't complain.
Yeah.
That's what we need. We need them to come out and vote.
Yeah.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So it's just sort of it's like a pendulum swing. Eventually it'll get back to the middle. Because I remember when Zach Bears was first elected, he was like the youngest person
Right.
on that council
Yeah.
that had seen that council
Yeah.
in years. And now, maybe the pendulum will swing back. Maybe there'll be a middle, and then they'll who knows?
Yeah. See, I always think back when you say go back 20 years. You go back 20 years and I look at the council, the Bob Mayako,
Bob Penta, Paul Donato,
yeah,
Stephanie
yeah,
Burke,
right.
Michael Marks,
Okay.
those guys.
But the battles that went on, but you enjoyed watching them.
Oh, yeah.
And they got pretty intense.
Yeah.
It was the best show in town. On
Right, right.
people would watch the cable, and they would have popcorn just popping in. They
Absolutely.
were like, oh,
Yeah.
who's going to take out who?
But see, and I was, I was a lot younger then, but when you watch that, the thing that I always took hold in me was, wow, look at these guys. And these three think Medford's got to go this way. And these three and this one, they all had different opinions. And there was a lot of big issues back then. You guys know that. So to me, but it was always about Medford.
Yep.
And it was just good to see the back and forth with these guys. And, like I say, they'd be done. Maybe they go out, have a drink, whatever. I don't know. But, they stayed, they remained basically friendly.
Yeah.
The city stayed together. I don't see that anymore. I feel like,
That's national politics.
Yeah.
right. And I feel like it's not, you watch a city council, I don't like the way they treat people anymore. I mean, we always treated people with respect, dignity. There was never any of that. The councilors went back and forth. They didn't go back and forth with the people too much.
The council usually just let them have their say.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and listened, but
Yeah.
they paid attention. Now I feel like, only my opinion, you start with one council, they go right down the line, with the exception of George, and it's all the same
Oh, it is.
conversation.
They're all on the same page.
So to
Yeah.
me, that's not representing the
Yeah.
whole city. It's like you're ruling over this city.
A little bit.
That's the way I
bit,
feel.
yeah.
I mean, am I wrong? I mean, what?
No,
how do
it
you-
is a little bit that way, but
Yeah.
that is what the people voted for.
Right. No, I understand
Yeah.
it's what they voted for, but I
But do
think
they understand what they're voting for?
that's
Probably
the question. That's the question.
I think the average.
I mean, we can
citizen
sit here
vote
because
does not.
you follow politics pretty closely.
Right, I do. Yeah, I
We
always
do it
have.
as part of our
Yeah.
job,
Yeah.
and we're more like on the inside watching and
Right.
just kind of sometimes shaking your head. But
Right.
the average citizen is not watching that. They're
Right.
No,
they're
because-
concerned with their taxes. They're
Yeah.
concerned with their. I mean, a lot of people said to us, "I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea that we're rezoning anything.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
don't know." And this had been going on for 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been going
And
on
by
longer
the-
than that.
And don't
Yeah.
you think? And by the end, we probably knew more about it than they did.
Yeah.
And we started.
And we
this
just started in February.
Right. No, I know. Yeah.
But
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I'll be completely honest. I have no idea what's going on in my city. There was an override. I don't know. I didn't vote. I didn't pay attention because I'm paying more attention to what's going on in Medford.
Yeah.
But you have to, at some point, as a resident or a citizen, take a step to
Yeah.
participate
Yeah.
in anything,
You need to pay attention.
Yeah.
whether the information is there or not.
Yeah. I always hear, well, I'm working, I have this, I have
Everybody
that.
is.
And I'm like, look, that's no excuse.
Yeah, you have to make it a priority.
It's like when I was younger, you used to get, it's your civic duty, now go vote, and that was it. You went and voted,
Yeah.
So, but that's the way I feel. Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not,
National politics has trickled down.
It has. I feel
Yeah.
like there's a fair
very
amount.
local level.
It is, because I feel like there's a fair amount of people that are like, nah, doesn't really matter if I vote or not.
yeah.
It does matter, especially on the local level. It matters more
Yeah.
than any place else. It
Right,
matters
that's
here.
where it really does
Yeah.
matter, yeah.
This
So,
is where change
Yeah.
is made.
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, I always believe, even if I disagree with people, you give everybody a chance. We'll see what happens. Maybe things will change this time. you know, they'll listen. Who knows? You know, maybe things
It's going to
will
be
work
interesting,
out.
though, isn't
It's
it?
always interesting.
Well, it's going to be
It's
interesting,
always
and they've got,
interesting.
2 years to prove it, because
Yeah.
the charter kicks in the next
Right.
election, and that's
Yeah.
going to be a whole new ballgame.
Yeah.
Oh, that will be a completely new ballgame.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For everybody in
Yeah.
the city. It's kind of like going from Plan E to Plan A.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was a whole new ballgame then,
Yeah,
and now
it's
it's going to
gonna be a
be
whole new ballgame.
completely
2
changed with
years.
the
It's
charter.
going to be here before you know.
I
it.
know.
All right, so we got to just move on to the school committee. You know, what do you think with the school committee? What areas?
No opening. No opening on the school committee, but
Yeah.
yet 2 new people.
2 new people.
Yeah, yeah.
That says something.
So maybe that's the change that we were
Yeah.
looking
And
at.
Jessica Parks, I mean, she came in third. She was third on the ticket, so
Right.
she didn't just like squeak in. And Mike too.
Yeah.
Michael had a good showing as well. He came in fifth.
So, yeah, we
I
do have
mean,
some new people on there.
Yeah, and I think they're going to be great. I mean, Michael is the budget director for the city of Somerville.
Right. So
That is certainly going to help
he's
the
got
school committee
experience.
on
Yeah, they're
with
going to need
budget.
it. Yeah.
And Jessica is she's a project manager in campus construction for MIT.
Yeah,
So,
so-
you know, when you come into the high school project, you got 2 ringers
And maintenance.
right there, and maintenance.
Right.
as
Yeah.
well.
It's going to be a lot when it comes
Yeah.
to that.
That
To
will
the
be-
high school. Yeah, they're going to have their work cut out
That
for
will be
'em.
fun.
Yeah.
That will be fun.
That will be fun.
But
Yeah.
I think they're going to be great additions to the school committee. I mean, not that Nicole and John weren't. Nicole and
No,
John were
I
great.
think they did a great job.
Again,
I really did.
I think
Yeah.
they had really good candidates.
Yeah.
I think anybody that
Yeah.
they had voted would have been fine. Would have been
Yeah.
great.
yeah, it was. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
But it'll be nice to see new blood. It's always
new
fun.
blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we might have something positive to look at
Yeah.
with the school committee. Oh, they got their work cut out for
They
them.
do.
We know that with everything that's going on.
Yeah,
So,
they got a lot going on. They
Yeah,
got
it'll
a
be interesting.
new superintendent
Yeah.
coming in. They're going to think about that in June.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
They're
that's
hiring
right
a new
too.
superintendent. Yeah.
My vote is for Suzanne Galusi. She's doing
Yeah.
an amazing job.
Doing a good
She's
job. You
Oh, I
like
hope
her?
she stays.
She's a
Yeah.
Medford
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah, I know
she's
that.
Come up
Yeah,
through
she
the ranks.
is, right?
Her entire career has
Her
been in
entire
Medford.
career.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah.
family's from here. Her dad was Jack Buckley,
I hope
former
they do that,
DPW
but
Nice.
Commissioner,
Yeah, I remember Jack.
school
yeah.
committee guy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would be great
Yeah.
I think she's awesome. But
love
I
her.
imagine they will have to go out for a search because they have to.
because they have to.
All
Yeah.
right. I got to finish up with the charter.
Okay,
I mean,
let's do it.
We love the charter.
I got to tell you, I voted. I did. I voted yes. I like it too. I really do. I think it's great.
You have
So-
to make a change.
But I got to be honest. Yeah, I agree with you. But I was like, wow, did they vote for the charter?
Yeah.
People
mean,
have been
what'd you
wanting
think?
a new
Yeah.
charter
Yeah.
since, oh my gosh, I can't.
Yeah.
Forever. I mean,
Yeah,
forever.
no,
Mucci,
yeah.
Burke came in and there was a committee that they wanted to do a charter. They wanted a grassroots committee. They wanted the city council to get on board. But that old council was like, we are not going to go to wards because we'll have to fight each other. They were not
Right.
on board.
Right.
There was a lot of attempts made.
Yeah.
And this one finally went through. And
Yeah.
so people can see there
Yeah.
was a change. We're going to go with this change. And we can always change the charter again.
Yeah, it's not set in
That's
stone.
what I like about
Yeah,
it.
it's
like a
not-
living. I think
Yep.
Ron said it best. Melva. It is. It's a living document.
Well, there's a charter review built in, I think, for every 5 years,
Yes,
right?
that's
yeah,
right.
It's
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
it
perfect.
did pass by almost 5,000
so
votes.
I mean,
It's huge.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's huge.
I agree with. I agree with a lot of it. There's some things I don't agree with.
yeah, the
but,
school
I
committee
mean,
setup is a little weird.
Yeah. What do you? Yeah, I didn't understand that, but I mean, I think the mayor 4 years.
Perfect.
I
It's
think,
good. It should be.
It
I
should
think
be.
really, don't
Other-
you? Yeah.
Other
Yeah.
cities and towns have done it, and
Yeah.
it's worked out.
Because otherwise, you're constantly running for reelection.
Right.
You barely
You're
you
not
get a
really
year
getting
in.
anything. Yeah.
Yeah, you barely get anything done, and then you're running for reelection again.
Unless-
It's ridiculous.
Unless you're there forever. Like McGlynn was there for 30 years.
Right.
So he was like, whatever. I mean, everybody who ran against him, he flattened.
Yep.
And so there wasn't any opportunity. So he could get stuff done. But,
Yeah.
the last 2 mayors, it's hard to get stuff done
Yeah.
in 2 years.
I agree with you. Yeah. When
So
you're
that's great. That's a great change.
Yeah. I think it's hopefully you get good mayors. But 4 years, I definitely think they need at least that amount of
Yeah.
time to make, to get some things done,
Yeah.
accomplished, however
You're not worrying about, like Chris said, like you're not worrying about
please.
that every, oh my gosh, here I go again.
Yeah.
Am I going to see this project continued? Is my
Yeah.
successor, if there ever will be one, are they going to continue the project? The project's in the works. You're never going to get anything done, like you
Yeah.
Right.
said. But I don't really care about the school changes, I'll be completely honest. But I love the city council
Yeah,
changes.
that makes total sense. I mean, I can't believe they don't have ward counselors now. I mean, that's,
I love that.
yeah, I've never
Yeah.
covered a community that doesn't have ward
Because-
counselors.
I live in a warded community,
Yeah.
and I love it. And
Yeah,
I'll tell you why I love
yeah.
it, because I can pick up the phone, I can call up my city,
Right.
I know who it is.
You know
Yeah.
who it is. You probably have their number right next to the fridge. Yeah, it's crazy.
Well,
You can complain about stuff.
and it makes it more easy for people to be involved because
Totally.
it's one of your neighbors.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
might see them walk by your house, the
Yep.
park,
And
whatever.
what I love
think
about
that's
it
great.
too
Yeah.
is in the city I live in Malden, my city counselor, my ward counselor holds a little thing every year on the 4th. They do. I love it. On the 4th of July for families in the ward on one of the parks, they bring out stuff, but you get an opportunity to meet the people in your ward. You know your neighbors.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
who this person is. And so it's I think, if people want to be represented in wards, they want people in North Medford don't care that other people are they're like, why is this person who doesn't know what my problems are
yeah,
doing
this
stuff?
person all the way across town.
Right.
Yeah.
People in South Medford have different problems than people
Right.
in North
Oh,
Medford.
absolutely.
Or
It's-
West
it's-
Medford.
yeah, no,
or
it's-
the,
yeah.
wherever.
We have our own little areas, and I
Yeah.
think it's great. To,
I love that
to
change.
have that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a really
I
good
think it
change.
was about time.
Chris is
yeah.
weirded out by the
Yeah.
district. I think it's weird.
Well, the school committee. So, is that? I mean, am I reading
That's
that correctly?
the one.
They're
That's
gonna,
the one I don't understand.
They're going to be
You're reading
elected
correctly.
by
Yeah.
districts. So there's
Yeah.
4 districts. Yeah, that's just weird to me. I've
Yeah.
never seen another community that does.
No, I
does that.
don't
Not with school
understand
committee.
that. I don't see
You
a reason
represent
for it
because
either. I don't know.
you don't
I
just
have no
represent
idea.
your district. You have to represent all the schools.
That's correct.
Equally.
Yeah, the schools are all over the city.
Yeah.
So I agree.
Yeah.
Is it
that's
like
weird.
a city council thing where they want, like every school is different in every district of the city? But you're right. It has to be. You can't be.
But it has to be equal.
picking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have to represent every school.
I
don't
mean,
think-
that's
yeah.
always been an argument in every community I've ever covered is
Yeah.
equal funding for schools.
Right.
And maybe they feel that having districts that this way they'll be able to do that because they'll have someone fighting for a specific district.
Or maybe,
I don't know.
Or maybe you're like
But-
4 districts. I've got to spread the money across the 4 districts instead of figuring that maybe more money will go here or more money.
Yeah,
is that the thinking? I don't know.
Yeah.
what the
I don't
thinking
know.
is.
I don't know what it is. I that was tough for me to figure
Yeah.
out. I'm not sure. I mean, there may be a good reason for it.
Yeah,
but I can
I'm sure they had a
honestly-
reason.
But I
don't
can
know if it was a good
honestly
one.
tell you, I haven't heard one yet.
No,
What do you think of the mayor being knocked off as the chairman?
that also surprised me.
Yeah,
I was
it's
like,
a-
wow.
yeah, I think that was.
Again, I've never covered a community. I've
don't
never
know.
covered a city where the mayor wasn't the automatic.
I think
sort
that's
of-
part of some deal they might have
Oh,
worked
I'm sure
out
it
or
is.
something.
Yeah.
It had to be. I
Yeah.
mean, I was very surprised.
I
at
just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest budget. It's the
Well,
biggest.
it's- yeah.
And the
She'll be a
mayor.
voting member. Was she a vote?
She's still a voting member.
She's still a voting member.
Yeah. Yeah, but it was, she was in charge, put it that way. And that's, you're talking a lot of money. You're
It is a
talking
huge
lot
amount of money.
everything.
People might say, well, now you have a president and a vice president. They're able to go to the schools, but like they've always been at the schools.
Right.
Jenny Graham is great. Like she
Yeah,
goes
no,
out
they're
there
all
as
over
a
the
vice,
place.
Yeah.
as
Yep.
a vice chair. She's
Yep.
out everywhere.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
And the mayor goes to a ton of school stuff too.
Yeah.
So it's not
They
like,
have to, yeah.
It's not like Medford, doesn't have representation in the schools. The schools are a very important and big thing
Yeah.
in the city.
Yep.
And have been for a long time. So that's a weird one.
Yeah.
That's
And their
a-
numbers don't change, just
Right.
the
No, I
configuration
know.
changes.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah.
So the last question, I have to get this in, because you mentioned the mayor. So we know the mayor ran unchallenged this election. Mm-hmm. What do you think? You think the mayor's re-election will have any impact, the important decision-making coming, the public? I mean,
She has no reason to change.
right. Well, I mean,
She's
you
got
know,
the city council still the same.
right, but you
And
were
they back her.
talking earlier about.
Although there's a little friction between them.
Yes.
Yeah,
But that's
yeah.
good to see.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. I think
people
there has
say,
to be.
Why is that good to see? Because
no, you
that
need
means
Like you said, because then there's some debate on
there's debate.
issues.
It's not just a rubber stamp.
Yeah.
You rubber stamp her ideas, or she rubber stamps their ideas.
So I guess I'm trying to think. You had said it earlier, and I know other people have said this. With the mayor, I mean, I know they do their
information,
messaging
yeah.
and everything else, but do you think because she ran unelected, it's better for you? You think you'll get?
No.
No.
You think it's going to be?
No, she has no reason. Like I said, she has no reason.
So
There,
you
was, there
think-
was no call to action for her. There was no
Right.
there was no threat. Wasn't a close race. So
No,
maybe I
no,
better change my ways.
There
or,
were
but,
1,000 write-ins.
yeah, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, no, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard there was quite a few.
Yeah,
write-ins.
I think that was very interesting. What is it?
But I don't know. I for some reason I just think that she's gonna.
City Hall is locked
Open up
down
a little
like
now.
Fort Knox. No.
Yeah, you don't.
You think
so?
she's going to relax? Maybe. I mean, how long has she been doing the job now?
What's this?
2020, she was elected in
Was it
2019.
Yeah.
She took
okay.
over in 2020.
4, 6,
She
yeah.
was 2 months in before COVID hit.
Right, and that
So-
was tough.
and
I
that-
mean, let's be honest.
That was horrible.
Yeah, it's tough.
She did a great job with that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
a
was
lot
tough.
of because everybody followed Curtatone in Somerville. This guy did stuff. And
Yeah.
everybody's like, well, that looks like a good idea, and they went with him, and that's hard. So that was her first challenge, was the pandemic and getting the city back to normal, and she did a great job with that. And she's got
Ta-da!
great ideas. She's got stuff that's
Yes.
happening.
And we're not out to get her. We're just asking questions.
That's the part that people don't
mean,
understand.
jeez.
Like it's sort of like
Share
yeah,
your
if
good
anything,
ideas.
People want to help you and
Yeah.
on
We
and on
want
and on.
specifics.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah,
to talk to
yeah.
the people who know the specifics.
yeah.
We don't need to be monitored like we're 5-year-olds.
I don't know. For some
asking
reason,
questions.
I
Been doing
always
this
thought,
job for 30 years.
Yeah,
if she
30
Just so they
years.
have a little
Right.
integrity.
But if she doesn't have someone that ran against her, I mean, that's to me.
And why? Why did nobody run against her?
I don't know, but if I'm the mayor and no one's running against me, I'm going to be more relaxed. I might open up a little bit.
No.
You would hope.
I might, because what am I
Yeah.
worried about? No one ran against me. That's
Just because
You're worried
nobody-
about 2 years.
Yeah,
That's what
you're worried about 2 years.
when
because
the charter when the
Don't
charter
forget,
kicks in.
the charter kicks in, right? And we're not going for every 2 years. We're going for every 4 years.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you
That's
got a mayor
true.
that's sitting there for 4 years,
Yeah.
and if you don't like them, you're like, well, in 2 years, no.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
4-year position, like the president. Like it's gonna be like the president.
Yeah.
There every 4 years, and then what?
Yeah.
Do I think she's confident? I would be.
Yeah.
Do I
She
think
should
she's-
be.
But do I think she's going to give an inch? No.
No, you don't think so, huh?
I don't think so.
I don't
Maybe
know.
she'll
For
surprise,
some
Have you
reason,
tried to
surprise us.
I don't know what it is. I sometimes go with my gut feeling, which
I go into City Hall sometimes just to walk around and to say hello to people.
Yeah.
It's like I've got bubonic plague.
No,
Yeah,
I
no, you
know.
can't do that
Don't
anymore.
talk to her.
Yeah.
Here comes the news
Here
report.
comes the,
Yeah.
here comes the news.
I
And I'm
seriously just want to say hi. How are the kids?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Right.
Can I have some of your candy?
That's usually what I'm looking for.
Well,
But I think the mayor needs to open up and just, like you said, give a little.
yeah.
I mean, with all
Give
due
a little.
respect, City Hall is supposed to be, the house of the
supposed to
people.
be open.
It's
You're
supposed to be open
able
to the
go
public.
and
Yes.
yeah, and that's the way
Get
it should
information. That is
Be. Right.
the way
That's
it should
supposed
be.
to be information central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very
Yeah.
odd. It's
Well,
very odd.
They like to, in my opinion, they sort of, not that they sort of, they love to control information.
Oh, yes.
And that's all of them.
But I think
Yeah.
the doors really locked with Mayor Burke's election, Stephanie Burke's election. She came down and
Yeah.
said, I am going to hire a PR person or a person to deal with my communications. I'm going to lock it down. And you as the news, because I sat with her
Right.
and was told, from now on, you have to ask my permission to speak to people.
Oh, it's like the Pentagon.
I was like, and I said to her,
amazing. Yeah,
and I remember saying to her, I'm not going to ask you permission at all. I'm going to call the person, and then they're going to call you for permission because they're
permission.
your employees, and
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But it's gotten worse.
Yeah.
That has gotten worse with
Yeah.
Brianna. She just doesn't. I mean, she's got people. You call them, you ask them a question, and then they never get back to you, or they don't.
And what is she afraid of?
I don't know. I can't answer that. I really
Yeah.
can't. I don't get
Mayor,
it.
what are you afraid of?
Yeah, I don't get
Chris
it.
wants to know.
I would like to
Yeah.
know.
No, we'll see what
Inquiring
happens.
minds wanna know.
I don't know. I just have a better
Yeah.
a better gut
Well, I hope
feeling
you're
this
right.
time.
I hope you're right.
And like I say, we'll find out.
I'd like to see the city council be a little bit
Yeah.
more open.
Well,
I'd like them-
I would love to see.
I'd
that.
love to have
Yeah.
you be able to
Yeah.
call them like I think we used to in the
And
old
Right.
days.
they answered the phone.
Answer the phone
We're-
or your email.
Yeah.
Not have to set a time to maybe
We're-
I'll get back to you in 3 weeks.
We're going to be watching everything in 2000.
The only
right.
the only person no, I wouldn't say the only person. The only two people have gotten back to me with Zach Bears. I text him and he
Yeah.
gets
right.
back to me.
Yeah.
And the one who's leaving, whose name I can't remember right now.
Kit
Collins. I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
Collins,
Kit.
the
I
one
apologize.
yeah.
She's been
Well, that's all
fantastic.
right.
I
Yeah.
text her and she texts me back and
Yeah.
tries to answer my questions
Yeah.
the best I can.
I mean,
but
it's nice, even if you don't agree with them, at least
need to
if they
agree with them.
respond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah,
just respond. I don't have to
Just
agree.
respond with a no comment.
Whatever.
Just respond.
Something. Yeah, no, I know. I
Don't
know.
just
I
blow
know.
it
just
off.
tell me no. I
Yeah.
mean, no is
Because we're not
fine.
going away.
No.
Well, we'll see what
Chris
happens.
is very passive.
Yeah.
She wants to be.
It's
It's a fine line
It's a
between.
fine line.
Yeah, it's a fine line between persistence and stalking.
we'll be on the show. You guys will be coming back. We'll do a
Anytime.
few more shows.
Yes.
We'll do everything. I mean, we'll keep the whole city.
Yeah.
And
I
I
can't wait.
Yeah, there's
for
lots of arts.
inauguration day.
There you go.
And there's a lot of arts things going on. And
Yeah.
The city is very busy right now.
Yeah, there's
Oh
a
yeah.
ton of stuff.
Oh yeah. November,
And without everybody
December.
without everybody obsessing over politics right,
Right.
now,
That's
it will
That's
be
sort
great.
of
We've
a
got the
good
holidays
thing.
coming
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
It'll be fun.
I think we all need a break. Us
Yeah.
and the city.
I just
so.
want to give one more plug
Yeah,
for people to go to the November 18th,
Right.
4 to 7.
Yep.
Come to City Hall. Come talk to the planning
Right.
people. Tell them your ideas. There will be people
Or your
directly
concerns.
Okay.
that you can speak to.
Yeah.
Sounds good. I could talk to you ladies. Well, as you know, we could go on all night, but I can't.
We'll go for a drink after.
Yeah.
Oh, to the old Tiki Island.
Yeah, there you go. It's good now. Wow, is it good?
The whole I know, right?
Love it in there. Whole win. We got to have him on the show. That's what we got to do. We got to have some restaurants come on.
yeah.
We got a
Definitely.
lot of stuff. Yeah.
Chris actually does restaurant reviews.
I do. I was a food reporter.
Awesome.
I did a column for 14
Yeah.
years.
So we'll be in touch.
all right.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm in.
Definitely. So I got to thank you both.
Oh, it was our pleasure.
Our pleasure.
Yeah,
We
I
always,
really
we always
enjoyed
love
it.
to come to see you and Paul and the gang.
Yeah. As usual, whenever I have you guys, always go over time. They always start. We gotta
So
move
much to
on.
talk about.
Yeah, there is. Well, it's fun. It's like a nice
is.
conversation.
And the city election has been on everybody's mind
Yes.
for months
Yeah.
and months and months.
Yep.
So now they can get down to work.
Yep.
We get to take a break, but they have to get to work.
No, they don't. They have to get it to work in
Oh, yeah,
January.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
That's the fun time of the year coming up. That's all. But thank you both of
You're
you.
very
I
welcome.
appreciate it.
You're welcome.
So I got to thank my guests again, Nell, Escobar, Coakley, and of course Chris Stevens from the Gotta Know Method team, sharing their thoughts on the 2025 Medford election. I hope everyone enjoyed the show. I also want to take a minute to thank everyone who has been watching the show. I want to thank you for your feedback. I always say whether it's positive, negative, it's been all positive. We're happy with that. So the other thing is if you would like to share a comment, are opening a new business, have an existing business, you represent an organization, I know there's a lot of upcoming events, and you would like to appear on a future show, contact us at Medford Happenings 02155@gmail.com. As usual, you'll be able to see replays of this show on Medford Community Media, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. They play it usually 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and on our really great website. Great website, medfordhappenings.com. They did a great job with that. You can also find us on YouTube and on Facebook. And for the Medford Happenings team, Paul, Marco, Bruce, James, I am John Petrella. And remember, Medford, stay informed. Thank you. Ta-da!